These days, when we turn on the news, it feels like we're living through one of the most polarizing times in our history. And one of our problems is that the American dream is out of reach for too many people.
In the wealthiest country in the world, most people are struggling economically, in one way or another.
I'm Sarah Jessica Parker. Almost everyone has a story of economic challenges and hurdles. I know what that's like. Growing up, even though my parents worked very hard, my family sometimes couldn't pay the bills.
People are trying to move up. People want to be able to chart their own course. And often we see things get in the way of that.
Democrats and Republicans in Congress came together to study and propose solutions to our growing economic divide.
I think that you have a lot of members up here who passionately 100% care about that, on both sides of the aisle.
And that meant listening to Americans where they live all over the country.
It's so clear to me that no one makes it on their own. No one does it alone.
The cooks, whose time is consumed by caregiving.
I met the boys. I didn't see special needs. They instantly became my family.
Alicia Villanueva, who found passion in sharing her culture's riches.
I was thinking how I can contribute to this country, so I decided to introduce my culture through my Mexican cuisine.
And Joseph William Graham Jr., still ambitious in the face of injustice, inequity, and hardship.
I'm on a college campus encouraging young people to get a degree that I don't have.
We are all different, but we all know what it's like to strive for something.
It's not even just about an exercise of empathy, but it's an exercise in understanding how we are all connected.
Regardless of what party you are, regardless of where you come from, we all have grit, and there's a way to tap into it.
Here are 3 stories that capture the ambition, hunger, passion, and love that define resilience.
When people see me, I only stand because there is a small community of folks who support me in all of my endeavors. Yeah. The mentors, my family, and my friends.
About 2 Father's Days ago, my kids got me a 20-pound weight vest.
My name is Joseph William Graham Jr. I'm originally from New Jersey. I live out here in Concord, North Carolina. But then you come to an expert. It's like, okay. Thank you. Yeah. I grew up with both my mom and dad and played a major role in my life. My parents sacrificed to put me through a Christian school. It was predominantly white Baptist. I was one of 2 or 3 black children. By the time I get to 8th grade, my entire class is black. Some of them church members who made the Central School did not like that at all. I'm dealing with a level of racism. I kept a bunch of different things I did. It's qualities that made 2 great Americans, but I did mine on Nat Turner and Marcus Garvey. Once again, I will instruct you that this is not a paper to make a statement against your country. A country which provides you the freedom of religion, press, speech, assembly, and education. So your expression of saying this is a country of freedom of speech is to block me from writing my freedom of speech. Dude, you can't make it up. I was accepted into Morgan State University, and it was awesome. When I talk about it, people think I went there all 4 years. I was only there the first year. But my mom and dad didn't have enough money for us to continue to go. Here it is, my parents have been paying tuition for me since kindergarten, but still didn't have enough money for me to go to college. That's a wake-up call about economics. is I can't go back to college, and I loved it. Here I am, a black man without a college degree. I looked toward North Carolina because the rumor was you could get a job easily.
People over the world just dream to be in this amazing and blessing country because it's the country of the opportunities for everybody. And I was thinking how I can contribute to this country. So I decided to introduce my culture through my Mexican cuisine. I know how to cook tamales, so that's why I decided to make tamales. Mexican cuisine becomes the patrimonio de la humanidad, and I'm proud of that. When you taste it, you taste the love. My name is Alicia Villanueva Castañeda, and I'm the owner of Alicia Tamales Los Mayas here in California. I immigrated from Mexico. When I arrived to the United States, it made a big impact on me to see the diversity of the cultures, and I just love that. This is a family business. My husband is Pedro Espinosa, and then my 3 kids is Pedro Jr., Grecia, and Pablo. I started the business at home, and I can say under the table. Every night I cook tamales, like 100 tamales per night. I was cleaning houses and then taking care of my kids to bring them at home, do homework and everything, put it on the bed. Sí, y me das 2 libras de pierna. 11:30 or midnight, I start to do my tamales, and I finish like around 3 o'clock or 3:30. When I was just finished to work, I just steam the tamales and go to the street. I remember that Grecia was in the kangaroo bag with my kids and my cooler bag and selling that way. Was really hard time. Yes, I was so afraid too, because in any moment maybe the official or the police can say something. My husband said, Alicia, you are so crazy. You don't make any profit, because my profit was, now I'm laughing, but was like $20 or $30 per day. And then I have to use this money again to buy my ingredients and cook again. And so I realized that I have to be educated.
I reckon I do. Do you? Yes. It's hard juggling a business and a family, especially a special needs family.
Are you my chunky monkey?
It was one of those things we didn't have a choice. So we're gonna make the absolute best of it.
You got lunch ready.
My name is Jeremy Michael Cook. I'm a dad. We have 4 children, a daughter that is 26, twin sons with autism that are 23, and a younger one that is 19 in a couple of weeks.
My name is Wendy Lynette Cook. The oldest and the youngest don't live with us, but Jeremy and I, we take care of the boys and we run our business, and that's our family.
Me and Wendy had met after going through some pretty nasty divorces. Literally, I had my car and a backpack full of clothes from my first wife. She had her car and her children, and that's pretty much it. We started completely over. When I met Wendy, there wasn't a moment of thinking. I met the boys. I didn't see special needs. They instantly became my family.
The boys are Ricky and Randy. They do have, a lot of needs, a lot of challenging needs. Ricky's, happy-go-lucky most of the time. Randy, he can be a little more temperamental.
with the boys. They were diagnosed right around 3 years of age with severe autism and global developmental delay. They are affected in all areas of development. Unfortunately, they don't have verbalization. Are you gonna sing? Two. Are you gonna sing? Two. Are you gonna sing? Hakuna? Hakuna's two. It means? Four. We run a glass business.
We fell in love with a certain kind of glass that was made in West Virginia.
Do you want me to help you on those boxes or continue to bring stuff in?
Bring stuff in.
From day one, I was cleaning the glass. I was unpacking the glass. I was taking pictures. I was posting online what couple orders we would get in the beginning. I was packing them up, shipping them out. We built our shop on the back of our house because of our boys. We can't work normal jobs because of their care.
When I was just doing this business like by myself without any help, I honestly was sometimes crying, and I just pray. And one day, right here in the floor, I just find this nice brochure. It was from Woman Initiative, and it said, Alas para las mujeres latinas. If you want to grow a business, please contact us. And right here is where I learned how to make a business plan, and it's my first door to growing my business. Our life changed.
Several nonprofit organizations in the San Francisco Bay Area helped launch Alicia's business.
MAF is Mission Asset Funds. I did circle lending with this money. I used to fix my van, and they helped me to grow my credit.
Another organization provided her with 5 years of business training and access to a kitchen.
La Cocina support me in all the aspects. I feel more educated with them. La Cocina was just 2 tables of 6 feet, and we were cooking this production of 24,000 tamales per month. And then from that, I get the MEDA's Mission Asset Development Agency. They gave me a grant of $1,500, and with that, I get my first employee.
And 11 years after Alicia found that brochure on the ground, she finally got her first big loan.
I remember when MEDA gave me this $100,000 to grab this place. Can I say I feel this like a big monster? Because it's huge, it's 6,000 square feet. Now I feel that it's small for our production. Esta masa es mucha, ¿no? Te la doy. We were doing 40,000 tamales per month. And then from one day to the other day, everything disappeared. Everybody's suffering about the COVID. In my case, this business was living by the catering services, and it was like 90% of our income. No more business, no more nothing. And I just remember that just one day I just cried because I say, what I'm gonna do? We lost everything.
A month after we opened the door to our business, COVID shut us down. So we literally had to shut our door and try to go to e-commerce.
We are getting ready to start our live sale. 73 are coming, and 11 maybe.
We're gonna start going live. 3, 2, 1. Infrastructure in this area is horrible. You can't hardly string. We are going to get started. Got this beautiful blue opalescent napkin vase. It's nothing uncommon for the video sometimes to just pause because it can't keep up with it. At 35, we're gonna give it about another 30 seconds here, because we do know there is a lag time. And they are just now putting in fiber net in the city. What's this? 25 years later than most cities?
We are done. Remember, it takes us, a couple days to get the invoice sent out. Just the two of us with our boys, sometimes life gets in the way, but we will get it. Thank you guys for hanging out with us once again.
Good night, everybody. Thanks.
Good night. People hear what we draw in, and they think, oh, Lord, you guys are doing great. But when you take out everything we're spending out, we're below the poverty level. We had a lot of customers turn away over the couple of years because we don't offer free shipping. We can't compete with Amazon and these places that have billions of dollars. Everybody says buy local. When it comes down to it, people don't want to buy local. The regulations that are put in place are put there to keep big business in place. And in turn, us in rural America are the ones paying. Well, I hate to break it to you, rural America is what keeps this country going.
Y'all waiting on Mom? Those boys need socialization. They don't need to be stuck in this house all the time, So we go out a lot for lunch or dinner. We try to stop in the local grocery stores.
I'm getting a special.
They require 24/7 care.
While Jeremy and Wendy receive state support due to their children's disabilities, the help they receive doesn't even cover the boys' food bills for the month.
If we leave this state, they will automatically lose their benefits. We can't even move to possibly benefit ourselves or benefit our boys, benefit our business.
It is like Christmas, my birthday, and New Year's wrapped into one whenever he comes to town, because I have the opportunity for me and him to spend one-on-one. You look so good, son. So I'm the father of 4 children. My oldest is Kwabena, who's 23. I was 27 when Kwabena was born. How was the trip, John?
That was pretty good.
Yeah. So I moved to North Carolina, end up meeting a woman who would later become my wife. We would have 3 children, JT, Jayla, and Journey. We eventually separated and divorced and co-parenting now. For the first time, not only am I doing it online, but I also have an audience here in front of me as well. So if you see me looking off, it's because I'm trying to show love to the audience here and show love, of course, to everybody online.
Back in 2000, Joseph and his then wife, who was a UNC Charlotte student, started a spiritual campus group called Road to Damascus.
The motto was spiritual inspiration for academic excellence.
He loved engaging in campus life, even though he had never completed a degree of his own.
I'm on a college campus encouraging young people to get a degree that I don't have. You know why? Because I'm a grown adult at this point. I don't have the money to pay for school. And there was limitations I was hitting in spaces I could not be in because I didn't have that degree. Jobs I couldn't get. I put it in my mind, one of these days I want to try to get my degree. I just don't know how that's going to happen. It's good in life that the enemy is going to send trials and tribulations, error, and people to throw you off. That is a test. It was in 2010. Young folks I had mentored and graduated, and one of them was like, why don't you go back? Just look into it and go back. I'm 30 plus. They have like a whole system for people returning back to school. And I did. Determined to see your breakthrough. That October, I get a call from my brother. You gotta come home. Mom is sick and she's been to the hospital. We come, and that's when we're told she has pancreatic cancer. So I had to pause that fall semester Mom passed 2011. I think the combination of loss, the challenge of going back to school with children and working, I think that those things took a toll over time. And my dad passes a year and a half later. Last conversation with my father. He said, telling me how proud he was and said, make sure you finish.
There's times where it's very difficult to balance. You know, there's times, you know, we just mentally break down trying to balance. Nobody will ever understand. What it's like to have to play in your death and plan for your children's death all of your life, every day.
Their biggest thing is that I never want them to be apart. They have always been there, each other's constant. I don't want them split up. Get over here.
The way we've learned to balance is you find one positive thing in whatever you're doing.
But Daddy's got to go back out and go back to work.
Give me hugs. Give me hugs.
But really, when you get back to looking at it, the only person you can actually count on is yourself and probably your immediate family. The only person you can count on to keep you hopeful is yourself.
I finished with my bachelor's degree in Africana Studies with a minor in religious studies and sociology. Got accepted into the master's program, but I'm trying to outrun the grief, the pain, and the depression, brother. I look back now at the weight I gained. The weight I had gained physically was a representation of the weight that I was carrying emotionally. And just started working on myself, exercising. It was a slow process, man. To see results, it transforms your mind. Because I can look in the mirror and see transformation. So now, with stuff that has nothing to do with my weight, now you can't tell me it ain't possible. I have a company that I started called Equity on Everything, LLC. Greetings. All the work that I do now, fighting for equity, meeting with families that want better chances and opportunities for their children, and me navigating through with administrators and teachers and seeing how can we form a partnership to do what's best for our generation. All of that loops back to getting my master's degree. The challenge is some people pay you up front for the work. Some people will maybe pay you half. You may agree to a contract and it takes 3 or 4 weeks for you to see any funds from it. Meanwhile, there's bills that need to be paid every 30 days. I got your vegan sausages in here. I know that I want to eventually buy a home in Concord. What's standing in the way? Credit, cleaning up the times where I've had some of my lowest economic moments and tearing credit up and rebuilding that. And I've been working with agencies to do just that. And that the coast is clear. I'm very much still trying to get to a certain place. I can look back and say, there's just some stuff I missed along the way that I should have established. It's not a dead end, it's a fork in the road.
We keep going. It's not the same profit, The business for me is like another kid, like my baby. So I have to do anything to keep the business afloat. When I received the emergency loan from the government, my God, it's like I feel at least freedom, no more stress to get the money for the payroll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Honestly, now we start again from the COVID. It's like starting again to rebuild the business. Selling tamales online is another way to survive. Now we are doing some shipping tamales by William Sonoma. It's a one-day delivery, and that makes you feel so happy because when I see these cases that go to Florida or New York, it's little by little, and it's a new tool that we have after COVID. Tamales, mi amor. I have the carnita, chicken, 3 vegan, 2 vegetarian, and 2 meat.
Can we do a chicken?
Sí.
And I'll do a Oaxaca cheese.
Oaxaca cheese.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is mushroom?
Yeah, but all of them are really good.
Yeah, but you said our favorites. We gotta tell them the truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mushroom and carnitas.
And they have life in the fridge for 2 weeks, so in the freezer is 1 year. This is my grandma's recipe. I don't mind if they are Democrat or Republican. The food is just to share, and it's a huge, big, unified. I am resident right now. I am Americana. So I'm looking for my citizen status, I think like in 1 or 2 years more. And always I say, I have to study to make more professional my English, but I just need time, but I'm gonna do it for sure. I really want to be like this American lady. And finally, on the 2019 was the big time. We find this amazing house. It's your Mexican house for everybody. No, o sea, pues mis hijos, Pedro y yo, de verdad queremos brindar por ustedes y decirles que bienvenidos a esta casa, que lo sentimos como nuestra familia. Y es como, prácticamente es como el opening de la casa.
Sí. Pues mañana me voy a ir a la universidad y no puedo pensar en la mejor manera a pasar mi último día en esta casa con ustedes.
This is amazing. This is the American dream. After too much work, this is the American dream.
Alicia made the American dream her own. And that's how many see this ideal today. It's not just the white picket fence and a nice home. It's wanting something and then being able to work toward it. It's about limitless ambition and opportunities to succeed.
The American dream is, for a lot of people, lost, but I won't give up on it.
It's time as a nation to recognize the strength and humanity of those working toward their American dream, and to understand, whatever our division, we are still one people.
Can we achieve the human dignity that no matter where you come from, what language you speak, what culture you're a part of, that you can build a life for your family that's stable and a legacy to leave behind them?
A legacy of grit and grace.